Surely we all remember the 2005 War of the Worlds movie featuring America's sweetheart Tom Cruise teaming up with acclaimed director Steven Spielberg to create perhaps one of the best alien invasion movies of our time. At least I think so. What are the reviews? A 42%? 6 stars? What? Oh, okay, reviewers. Little did you guys know what was coming 20 years later, which happens to be the topic of today's video. Drumroll please, War of the Worlds 2025. Okay, let's just get right into the sculpture here. If you guys don't know anything about War of the Worlds, it's an alien invasion story. It's actually kind of the alien invasion story. And it's a story that's really had a multitude of different portrayals over the years in various media, all of which are based on the book War of the Worlds, written by H.G. Wells, published all the way back in 1898. So yeah, when I say this is the alien invasion story, it's because that book really popularized the alien genre in general. I'm pretty sure the first movie ever had aliens in it, probably largely in part due to that book. It's actually one of the few books I have read, and I actually enjoyed reading it. It's very interesting hearing the perspective of an alien invasion from the 1800s. Anyway, fast forward 127 years later, and we get this. Oh yeah. It's hard to put into words, really, just how bad this movie is. Impressive, really, is the first word that comes to mind. Because I don't know how, I didn't think this was possible. This movie just needs to be studied, but we'll get into that. But what you've been looking at here that I'm making is a tripod. Specifically a tripod from this new 2025 War of the Worlds movie. The War of the Worlds aliens in any movie or show always use tripods to attack the planet. They're basically giant machines with 3 legs, as the name implies. And the tripods in this movie honestly aren't bad. They kind of look like a video game asset or something. They're a little bit unpolished. I think a lot of people don't really care for how complicated yet generic they look. They're basically just 2 colors. They've got the white base that I'm working on now, and then the legs are mostly black. Cecil from Invincible would be upset.
Black and white. Well, I need to keep things gray.
I really don't know how I feel about the weird face or mask looking thing on the front too. It kind of looks like a transformer. While I was making this, I actually told my friend I was making a War of the Worlds tripod, and he was like, "Oh, cool, I want to see it." And I showed him a picture, and he was like, "Oh, it's the Ice Cube one." He was disappointed, but I'm making this for a reason. I feel like I've gone through something and this needs to be cataloged for myself. See, back when I was a kid watching the 2005 version, I was very immersed. It did a very good job showing the full weight of an alien invasion from the view of an average person. And that movie actually gave me some of the worst nightmares I had as a kid, that and Signs. I'd hear that foghorn sound in my dreams and I'd just freak out. But this, ladies and gentlemen, this is a nightmare that you don't wake up from. This new War of the Worlds movie starring America's other sweetheart, Ice Cube, first came on my radar from watching a Jeremy Jahns review about it. And I had no idea there was a new War of the Worlds movie that came out or was even being made. You just know Amazon, who made this, as you'll see, who made this movie, probably suspected that it wasn't the greatest movie ever made, and they tried to do kind of a quiet release with no advertising. But there's no hiding this. You can't shove this under the rug. But yeah, watching Jeremy Jahns' review, Jeremy was like, like actually upset. I've never seen Jeremy Jahns that upset in a video. I watched a couple other reviews. The morbid curiosity was too much. I had to watch it for myself. And the first thing you notice when you start this movie, it's got that found footage kind of style of filming, which some people are into. I cannot stand that style of movie. And this is more than just a found footage style. It's like found footage on steroids. The movie, I guess, was filmed during COVID, so they had, limited availability to sets and stuff. And so basically the entire movie takes place in one room. Ice Cube, what's his name? William Radford is his name. Most of the movie takes place in his office from the view of his computer screen. So it's like a found footage movie and a bottle movie combined. Usually I don't mind bottle movies, but yeah. And whatever scenes don't take place in William Radford's office is probably just random stock footage that they use. We're on to making the tripod legs now, by the way. Woohoo! All right, everyone, try legs, yeah. But yeah, William Radford in this movie, he's some kind of government surveillance operative Because that's a good idea for a War of the Worlds movie. So his job is just to spy on people for the government all day. And he barely even does his job, which that's probably realistic, but he'll just use his resources to spy on his family, and that's how we meet his family in the movie. We meet his son and his daughter through watching him secretly spy on his kids through his computer screen. His son, he just kind of hates his son. Charlie really went into depth well on that in his review of this. His son is a computer whiz, just like his father. But instead of working for the government like his father wants him to, or a respectable job, he wants to make video games and do fun things. And William Radford, he just can't fathom such things. Video games? What are they? Like Pong? That doesn't make sense. How can you make a living doing that? So he just hates his son. He briefly mentioned in the movie, though, that he gave his son a $200,000 education. So I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. Yeah. His daughter, he's very protective over his daughter, spies on her constantly. It's very weird. And she's pregnant. That's part of the reason he's overprotective. And the father, his daughter's boyfriend, is freaking Roderick, Devin Bostic, the actor that plays Roderick in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie. What has he been up to? This is what he's been up to. William Radford's son and daughter are both very smart people. His daughter is like some kind of bioengineering person. But any character's intelligence in this film, any charisma they may have, pales in comparison to Devin Bostic's character. Why? Because he's an Amazon freaking delivery driver, that's why. And he can do no wrong in this Amazon produced movie. But yeah, we get to know the characters a bit, and then and then William Radford gets some messages from his government friend about some weird weather phenomena going on. And it shows some stock videos of like crazy lightning, like you'd see in a YouTube compilation, like, whoa, 10 craziest lightning strikes. And the reactions from Ice Cube watching things on his computer monitor are just the absolute best part of this movie. He'll just be like, whoa, what was that? And you can tell when they're filming this, Ice Cube has no idea what he's reacting to. He's just been told to say whoa, like he just saw something crazy. We're backtracking now on this sculpture, by the way, because the legs just aren't strong enough to hold up the body. But anyway, he sees the strange weather is going on, then he's like, listen, I just spy on people, I don't really care about the weather. And then he kind of ignores his coworker and just goes back to spying on his kids. And then, out of nowhere, whoa, it's a War of the Worlds movie. It turns out the weather phenomena was because aliens were coming. And the aliens crashed to the Earth. We get plenty of great reactions from Ice Cube during this sequence. And when the aliens were crashing down to Earth, there was one scene that out of this whole movie that I recognized from the book. And it was some reporter or something went up and touched the pod, the ship, whatever. And she said it was cold. But I'm pretty sure they also did that in the 2005 movie. So I'm not even sure anyone read the book when making this movie. Wait a minute, I just looked it up. That's not even from the book. That's just from the 2005 movie. So they just blatantly copied the 2005 movie there. I don't think they read the book. Apparently I need to reread it too, but anyway, the aliens start warring all over the world. William Radford's daughter gets hurt amidst all the chaos. She hurts her leg or something. William Radford goes to try and save her, but he can't get through the door because his building's in lockdown, I guess. So he uses his super government surveillance powers to basically help his daughter and Mark, David Bosdick's character, to find each other. William Radford's freaking out. He's like, what am I going to do about my daughter's leg? But don't worry, Mark, the Amazon delivery driver, he knows how to use his packaging tape. He fixes up her leg. He fixes up her leg with packaging tape. He literally said something like, don't worry, I know how to use this thing. So that's all settled. The president of the United States needs William Radford to make some kind of PowerPoint presentation so that they have the knowledge to attack the aliens. So he spends like 10 minutes making a PowerPoint after looking at news sites on Google. The government's like, oh, okay, the aliens are bad. They go to war, they attack the aliens. They show a bunch of war stock footage. One of the tanks that they show tank stock footage, and they're literally just rusted. It's like some old footage from the Korean War or something. I don't even know. Okay, in this part here, I need to explain myself. It was not my idea to add this to the sculpture. This is part of the tripods in the movie. And this honestly leads me to believe someone was just sabotaging the entire movie. It has a sack, man. And we are starting to get into major spoiler territory, so if you for some reason care about that, you know, I don't know. turns out the aliens are too strong, and what they're actually doing, they're going after Data. They eat Data. The real aliens, they're these little spider guys, like the size of a penny. They crawl out of the ships and they eat Data. How does that work physically? I don't know. Ice Cube and his son, who turns out to be some kind of major hacker he was trying to catch, that's a whole nother part of this movie. They determine that a computer virus could perhaps destroy the aliens that are attacking Earth. Get it? Because in the original, the aliens die from viruses and bacteria, and in this one it's a computer virus. Which leads to the highlight of the movie. They have to deliver this virus somehow. How do they do it? How do you think they do it? They go to none other than our story's hero, the Amazon delivery driver, Mark. He uses his Amazon drone. William Radford literally places an order on Amazon. Mark flies his drone like a hero amidst all the aliens attacking him. At one point, the drone falls over and they have to bribe a guy with an Amazon gift card to risk his life and pick the drone back up so they can deliver it. They get the virus delivered, and thanks to the teamwork of the Radford family, and of course thanks to Amazon.com, the world is saved. But you know what? I think they could have gone with just a little bit more product placement in this film. I mean, yeah, they had some, but I think it really could have a little bit more to show off that Amazon experience, you know? I don't think they did enough Amazon product placement. So in this sculpture, we're gonna correct that by having the tripod be just, an Amazon delivery drone, just delivering a package. We're gonna have it hold the package in its little heat ray hands. This is how the movie should have ended. Oh, and at the end, William Radford's like, I'm quitting my job. I'm keeping my eyes on you guys, the government, instead. And it's like, okay, but I don't think that makes money, though. Okay, and we are just about ready to bake this sculpture. We have a few more finishing touches. And this thing is for sure falling in the oven. I've learned nothing from Mothman. I'm kind of washing the whole thing in some alcohol before the bake in an attempt to make it nice and smooth. Will it actually do that? I don't know. All right, bake time. And to everyone's amazement, somehow it survived the oven. I even had a joke prepared for it getting destroyed. But I guess we should know by now to only expect the best of Amazon delivery personnel. You know, one thing I've learned after watching this movie, it's that you just really can't have enough Amazon product placement. You really can't. Jeff Bezos, you've done it again. You dirty dog, you've done it again. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. I think I'll even have the one come over and take a peek at it and provide his judgment for it. No, the one. No, please, don't go. Okay, you know what? I'm not sure what exactly that means. He kind of bowed at it, but he clearly walked away as well. So I don't think he approves. Damn. And yes, I did in fact help the one with his stuck shed. Yeah, so overall, I've now got this sculpture to help me always remember this precious memory that this wonderful movie has given me. What's crazy is that this movie was serious. Like, it wasn't like Sharknado or anything where it's purposely bad to be funny. No, they seriously tried to make a War of the Worlds movie, and it turned out like this. What's kind of funny, I filmed this tripod on a tripod. Thank you for watching me deteriorate over the course of about 15 minutes. Have a great night. Goodbye.
spaghetti.